Thank you and welcome. We're here again, remembering Windrush. Oh, thank you. We're here again. Windrush, remembering the sound man them. And we're here today. Today we're in Bradford. Bradford, the home of quite a few sound systems. And with us today we've got Carl. I'll let him introduce himself. Carl, how would you introduce yourself, sir?
Hey, good to meet you again, Claude. Upper. Yeah, Carl Oxford. Some call me Coxy, which is my nickname. In the days of the sound, I was called Captain Coxy.
Oh, Captain Coxy. I call him the Ox. Oxford.
Okay.
Captain Ox. Okay. Carl, great to see you, Coxy. Captain Coxy. We're going to do this thing remembering sound systems. So we're in Bradford today. What was your inspiration to set up a sound system?
To be honest, I didn't actually set one up. I joined a few sounds. My first sound that I joined was called Israelites, run by some lifelong friends, Prince Danai, Blue, my good friend Mike Roots, God rest his soul. And, I used to MC on that sound in Bradford in Newby Square.
Okay.
And then I later joined Nyashanti, which was a sound that came as a kind of separation from a sound called Concrete Lion.
Okay.
So I was, came and joined that sound to MC on that sound.
Okay. What was the reason for setting up the sound system? Was there any issues around community and that why you set up sound systems, or what was the reason? Why do you think you guys set up sound systems?
Yeah, to be honest, it's a common kind of basis and motivation at that period of time in our history as black people in this country, particularly from the Caribbean. And at the time, there was a lot of disaffection, a lot of social and economic exclusion faced by black communities, particularly young people. And the sound system and the music culture was seen as a bit of a release for us to express our frustrations with British life in the late 70s, early 80s, mid 80s, as well as a vehicle for belonging, social mobilization, belonging.
So what year do you remember what year you set up?
If memory serves me, I think around about 83, 84. Well, I first joined the sound system around about 83.
Okay.
And, the Shanty beginnings, I think, was around about that time.
And how old was you about then? 83?
Hey, 83, I was 18.
Okay.
18.
Okay. I just thought because 83, when I was coming over here, I was 23.
Yeah, because you're obviously a pensioner now. I'm a different generation.
Okay. How many of you was in your sound? Do you remember the?
Yeah, I think a good 10 or so. But I think my names are Choochie, Beefy, Bushy, Archie, James, JJ, Mr. Pimps, Lenny, my good spot Buford, Joe, Benji Irie the singer, and Devon Banton, another MC like me.
Okay, about 10 or 11
Yeah,
of you.
yeah.
And what roles did they have? What kind of roles did they have in your sound system?
Well,
what roles were they?
Well, I was, we were a kind of a DJ sound, although we also did a lot of roots and culture. We used to mix it up, but to be honest, we came in that era of DJ and MCing, the kind of Saxon era. So we had a few DJs, so there was like Pimps, an MC, myself, Choochie, Devon Bantan, and one or two other people who might try a little MCing, but we were the kind of core MCs. Then you had Bushy and Archie, they were the kind of key operators, the technical guys. James was a kind of selector. Beef used to be a kind of all-rounder in the background as well. And then, we all used to, lift boxes, as a team.
Where did you guys play? A couple of the venues you used to play at. What? Can you remember a couple of the venues?
Yeah, so we did, in Bradford, Checkpoint. We had a few dances at places like Benson's, Mapper, Palm Cove, you know, Bibbies, those kind of mainstream clubs in Bradford.
No, I'm just trying to remember the venues, you know.
Yeah.
Textile Hall, you play there?
Textile Hall, I think, was before our time in terms of as a
Scouts
sound.
Hall?
No, again, because we kind of, I believe, it was more the '83 period.
Okay.
But then we played out in Leeds, Huddersfield. We'd play, you know, against sounds like yours and Maverick. We played quite a few dances against Maverick.
Okay.
We played Armageddon. A few clashes because we were very DJ sound, and to be honest, we had some good quality DJs, and we had a lineup of DJs in our. So we were blessed. We were very blessed with DJs and our quality of DJs. So we'd kind of bunks with Maverick, particularly, and Armageddon, and you know, in those days, to be honest, my favorite MC in the whole of Yorkshire was KD Ranks.
Yeah.
You know, KD Ranks, I have, you know, because I wouldn't say this for anybody else, but when it came to KD Ranks, I'd put him as a special MC for Yorkshire.
Yeah, man. Generation. Okay, finally. Does your sound still play out now? Do you still play?
But to be honest, I left that kind of. Most of us have got older. We you know, work and families, and so you know, there's a different generation running Nyashanti now, and I am pleased personally that the sound still exists.
Okay.
We have, you know, very fond memories of those days. It was a journey and a period of time that was so important to so many of us young black men in particular, but also a lot of the black women in our communities. And to be honest, it's like I was saying earlier to someone, it was like, you know, it's one of those things that you just wish, like when you lose a parent or a loved one, you just wish you could have one more day of that experience with them. Well, that's what the sound system is like for us. Even though it was a long time ago, 37 years now, you know, you something you never forget. It's always in you, and you just yearn for just one day of that again.
I'll have to try and see if I can't get a DJ clash and get you and KD and Pablo D and some of them old DJs to get back up on stage and get that one day you yearn for.
And, well, if you do, give me plenty of notice, because nowadays you try and put two loops together, you make a fool of yourself, because you know, some people can do it, but many of us, you know, it was a skill set that, you know, a lot of us have lost. Even though in our minds, like football, you think you can go out there and do it. But yeah, it'd be nice just to link up with the brethren again, you know, and that camaraderie.
No, we did something like that in Leeds, and it was just a man just come and did a little spurt. It wasn't no big thing, just a little play thing. So thank you for that, Carl. Carl from Nyashanti in Bradford.
Coxy.
Carl Coxy.
It's all right.
You see, I call him Oxy, but he wants to be called Coxy. Carl Oxford, Coxy from Bradford, from the Ashanti sound. Nyashanti. Carl Oxford, Coxy from the Nyashanti sound in Bradford. Thank you very much.